This is Pat Walker at Mission Winners, making a video here and going a little bit off course as far as stock analysis, chart analysis. Has more to do with investing mindset, what's going on up here. Through the years, I'm grateful to have met some really wonderful investors. Ed Secoda, Martin Zweig, Bill O'Neill, the list goes on. But I'll share this with you. One of the individuals that I never had an opportunity to meet, but I really respect his work, is Dr. Van Tharp. This is a wonderful book right here, and if you don't have it, I encourage you to get it. Market Wizards, Interviews with Top Traders by Jack Schwager. This is a great book. It goes through some techniques, but the last chapter to me had a profound and positive impact on my life. And who is it? It's an interview with Dr. Van K. Tharp, T-H-A-R-P. And the chapter is called The Psychology of Trading. Now, I'm not going to read all of it to you. I won't do that. But there's some certain points that I'd like to bring out that helped me, and I think they'll help you. So we'll go through all this. Just a couple of points. He talks about, and again, he's a psychologist. He talks about the psychology of trading and things to take into consideration. What are the characteristics of a losing trader? This is where it gets really good, and he's done an in-depth study of it. The composite profile of a losing trader would be someone who is highly stressed and has little protection from stress, has a negative outlook on life and expects the worst, has a lot of conflict in his or her personality, and blames others when things go wrong. Such a person would not have a set of rules to guide their behavior and would be more likely to be a crowd follower. In addition, losing traders tend to be disorganized and impatient. We talk a lot at Mission Winners about being patient, waiting for the right setup. Just waiting. It helps us. Talks about how he got involved with consulting traders in that realm, which I find rather interesting, but I'm not going to go in depth on this. But let's get down and nuts and bolts it. So some of the things that he cited has, again, negative impacts on investors or traders, poor risk attitudes, stress, conflict as impediments to trading success, which they are, and other areas that which he goes in depth here, right here. So what does it take to duplicate successful tradings? And this is where it gets really good. And yes, do I mark up the books? You tell me. Yeah, I mark them up. So here we go. There are three primary factors involved in duplicating success: beliefs, mental states, and mental strategies. If you duplicate the way the best traders use these three factors for every aspect of trading task, then you can duplicate their results. That's powerful. Duplicating success. Three factors: beliefs, mental states, and mental strategies. He talks about, he studied shooters, professional shooters, and competition. And which ones are the successful ones? The top shooters believed, these were people that are marksmen. Shooting well is important for my survival. Hunting is fun. Mental rehearsal is important to successful performance. I'll repeat that one. Mental rehearsal is important for successful performance. If I miss a shot, it has something to do with my performance. We build from there. Then he took that realm and that mindset and he started talking about it in relation to successful trading and investing. And I'll show you again. Yes, look at this. I mark up the books. I studied this. I've read this chapter probably 20 to 50 times over the last 20 years. Generally, I find that top traders are one. Believe, money is not important. It is okay to lose in the markets. Trading is a game. Mental rehearsal is important for success. They've won the game before they start. I'll read that again. Money is not important. It's okay to lose in the markets. We're going to have losses. The only individual who never has losses in the markets never invest. But we have to manage it. Trading is a game. What do we mean by that? Follow the rules. Stick with the rules and the disciplines, and you'll win the game. Mental rehearsal is important for success. We know what to do before we need to do it. One of the things I talk a lot about at Mission Winners is called if this, then that. Years ago, I periodically taught outdoor survival skills at higher elevations, 12,000 feet plus. And I always used to tell the people, we always have an if this, then that mindset. If this happens, we do that. And we know what, quote unquote, that is before we need to do it. Lives depended on it. In this realm, financial lives depend on it, right? Taking that mindset, they've won the game before they start. So he goes through with mental states and people who have problems with investing, successful investing. And here's what, and again, he analyzed people, professional investors and traders. What were some of their negatives? I'm too impatient with the markets. Think about that. I'm too impatient with the markets. It's like, I got to do something. I've got to do something. Not necessarily. Do things when it's, quote unquote, right to do things. I'm angry at the markets. I'm afraid at the wrong time. I'm too optimistic about what will happen. There's a great quote that I actually had up on my wall for years. Only the still pool reflects the stars. Really think about that. If there's turbulence going on in your life, it will impact your decision making, which naturally will have a negative impact on your investing results. So again, mental strategies. Here's what he's found in studying successful traders, all right? And people that aren't successful. The ones that underperform. See the signal, recognize that it's familiar, tell yourself what might go wrong if you take it. Again, tell yourself what might go wrong if you take it, feel bad about it. Successful traders, see the signal, recognize that it is familiar, feel good about it. And yes, do I mark up the books? You tell me. Yeah. I take this chapter not as an interview just in a book. I take it and the content here as a textbook to help me get better. And that's why I'm sharing it with you. So we go through here and studies all these different variables. The point is this. It's a business, and we run it like a business. Take a hard look at yourself and say, what areas are causing problems or conflict in my investing life and decisions? Address those. And I think something that will really help you is in this book, again, Market Wizards by Jack Schwager. Read and study the chapter with Dr. Van K. Tharp, T-H-A-R-P. And with the advent of the internet, right, what can we do now with Google? You can Google him and study him online. Read it, study some of his statements and foundations and philosophies. It'll help you. It will help you be better. So I had to do this in memory of Dr. Van K. Tharp, in honor of Dr. Van K. Tharp. And again, I wish I could shake his hand. He had a profound impact on my life, improving it. And it went beyond, and it goes beyond, just the stock market and investing. It has to do with life. The positive mindset. As I said, I stated this quote once, I'll say it again. 2 quotes for you. 1, only the still pool reflects the stars. Think about that. Only the still pool reflects the stars. Focus on calm. All right? The other quote that I really love, I never met a wealthy pessimist. The opportunities are there for us. We don't get giddy, but we know what to look for. If you don't know what to look for, work on that. At Mission Winners, we constantly give the content on quote unquote what to look for in the stocks, both fundamentally and technically.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.